Okay, and we're going live. Yay. Live on YouTube. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. That's right. Come on in. Get a cup of coffee or tea, although it's probably iced tea and like maybe an iced hazelnut mocha or an iced frappuccino, iced caramel macchiato, iced caramel macchiato. Oh, wow. That sounds good right about now. And I've got
That
Ellie
sounds
with
really good.
me. Yay. Hi, Ellie. How you been? How'd your
Hi,
week go
Dax.
since last week?
It's going. It's a
Mm,
lot of stuff to do at work, but this is my happy place, so happy to be here.
busy, busy. Yeah, so I've been getting up new pages on the new website. I just did a big one for all about if you want to become a host. And I'm still finding things where I'm finding, we've rebranded to Psychic Cafe on everything, and I'm still finding psychic talk in different places, and I have to, change it. It's like, oh, probably be like 2 months from now, and I'll still be finding stuff, around different pages and on different places that it's like, oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, because it's in so many places. It's like, oh my gosh, rebranding sucks. I don't want to do it again. I'm just gonna stick with Psychic Cafe from now on.
But
If it's anything, it won't be rebranding this stuff. We'll leave this stuff alone, and I'll just, if I need something new, I'll start a new brand and it'll be just starting something new where I don't have to go and like change 100 links and change dozens of pages. And I still got like about 6, 7 pages that I need to create and put up on the new website.
quite a
It's
bit.
insane. It's insane. So Jasmina's in the chat. Charlotte said she's in here. Hopefully she'll pop in and say hi. Charlotte, are you there? Are you seeing us? Michelle just popped in. Hi, Michelle. Yes, Michelle was on with me last night. We had a fabulous show. I was just telling Ellie, even though we didn't have the phone lines, Monday was Charlotte and Thursday. Oh, sorry, this is Thursday. Wednesday with Michelle, man, it was a lot of questions in chat, but we got
Ooh,
through them all, or almost all of them anyway. And we just, popped in, popped out. We didn't even go, like super, super long and all. I thought it was absolutely perfect. I'm not minding not having the phone lines. I love having the phone lines as far as it's it's a promotional point. I can't think of the right word for it. I don't want to say it's a gimmick, but it is. It's like, in fact, in the write up that I was just talking about that I did for, I did a page on, hosting if you want to become a host. And oh, I can pop that up there real quick. Where is it? There it is. Become a host on the network. Yeah. And, it's got the YouTube and Blog Talk on there, the logos. And if you want to check it out and read it, it's at psychic.cafe/hosting, as you see right there. And on that page, I mentioned that we're one of the only, you know, the only lives on YouTube that simulcast on radio, um, and have 50 phone lines people can call into the show. Everybody else is doing lives. And another thing is, we have multiple hosts. We might have two hosts on, we might have three, might have four, you know. Whereas everybody else is just that person. Occasionally, I've seen like Mitchell has his cohort in crime that he has on with his lives and stuff. But a lot of times it's just the one person that and they're taking questions from chat. They don't have phone lines, so it's really nice, to be able to say we're one of the few, if not the only. I mean, I one time came across one show where it was some psychics, and they literally had Blog Talk on their telephone, and they're up here with the microphone. And that that is not a professional show. We actually merge the lines and it's all behind the scenes. We're not trying to pick the audio up on a phone here. Oh, by the way, I got screensaver for Psychic Cafe. Gotta point that out. Oh, if you like this screensaver, if you're into coffee, you can actually get it because I uploaded it to our website. Let me pop that in the chat. HTTPS. Let's see if I can. Oh, wait. I think I already have it. Oops. It's hard to grab links off of this page. I don't know why. But it's psychic.cafe/phone wallpaper. If you want to grab it and put it on your phone. Michelle already put it on her phone. I love it. She is such a diehard, and Dan too, they're like diehard Psychic Cafe people. It's so cool. So yeah. Uh and I know Jasmina wanted a question. May I get a general wanted us to she said, may I have a reading at first? And I was gonna say, Jasmina, what's your specific question? Type it in. But she just said a general. So we'll pull cards for a general in just a couple minutes here. But just to finish up, I've not been missing the phone lines. Hopefully they'll be back for our show on Saturday, where Roxy Sim is going to be our guest. Michelle and I are going to do it. You ready, Michelle? Do you have your questions ready for Roxy? Yeah, we can ask her all kinds of questions. So she's auctioning off her art. And I don't know that I have anything I can pop up on screen here to show you. Um, I'll see if I can find something real quick. I'll go over to, I'll just tell everybody go to her page, psychic.cafe/Roxy, ROXI, psychic.cafe/Roxy. And you can see a little bit of the art there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do screen share. Nope, that's not right. Share screen. And there it is. There's Roxy over here. And here's some of her cards. Now, these are like regular cards, right? But she did full-size paintings, people. And I think she did, and I'm pretty sure it's all like Ellie, I think it's like 78. Can you imagine doing 78 full-size paintings?
Wow, 78? Oh,
I think she did it for the entire deck. It's Pearls of Wisdom Tarot. We'll find out from her if she did like all 78 or cheated some way. But I know that a lot of them are full-size, gigantic paintings, and I guess they image them and put them on cards. And she's auctioning them up. She's already sold some, but most of them are going to be sold in October at an auction. And you're able to own a piece of tarot history, tarot art. It's so rare that you can get the originals from a deck. And a lot of people don't even do art that way anymore. They either are doing smaller pieces of art or it's all digital. So actual real paintings is rare. I wonder what ones she still has available and which ones she sold. But anyway, that's what it looks like. And you can hit her up on her page here. Just click this symbol over here and you'll see start a chat. You can start a chat with her. And if she's not on live, she'll get an email letting her know that you sent her a message. Yeah. And you can ask her. Plus, there is her. If I go to events, I can go to the show right here. And under events, you'll get the link. I'll copy the link real quick. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Oh, here it is. Check out and like her Facebook page for the auction slash sale at here. And then let me see if I can grab the address. And this is her page for the auction on Facebook. And you can get, the details and all kinds of contact information to contact her and everything like that. Um, and then I'll see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can. Now I've got like 1,000 windows on top of each other here. Let me see if I can get back to our chat here so I can pop it in there. There's the Facebook link. But if you're watching this in archive, you can go to events, click on the show event. Later on, I'll have blog posts under the blog. But right now, you can just go to the events, click on the Roxy show, and scroll down a bit, and you can click the link to go over and like her page, and all the contact information is there as well. So that's really cool. I've got a slide for that. There's Roxy, July 20th. And then Stephanie Dreams, Stephanie Barron. She was in the chat room last night. She might pop in tonight. She's doing a brand new deck as well. I think her page is psychic.cafe/Stephanie with an IE. There it is. Enchanted Shadows Oracle deck. So Pamela and I will be interviewing her on Sunday the 18th. And let's see, if I go to screen share, I might be able to show you guys this real quick. There it is. And you can see some of the Oracle deck right here. And yes, we paid her to make sure she did it in purples so it matches our website. Right, Ellie?
That might be coordinated, but look at that. They're beautiful.
They're beautiful. I want the deck. It comes out, I think, in September. And I don't do a lot of Oracle decks, but I want this deck. And but no, it was just by happenstance, a nice synchronicity that all these cards, and I don't know if it's the whole deck, but the 5 cards she's showing here are all in purple hues, which matches our website, which I absolutely love. Oh my God, that is so cool. So we'll be interviewing her, Pamela, and I on the 20th. Can't wait for that. It's going to be fun. Going to be fun.
So
So
cool. Adding both
let's,
those decks to my list.
yes, yes. Multiple decks to get. I don't even know if you can get Roxy's deck anymore. It might be out of print. That's another question for Saturday. Are you going to do a reprinting now that you're, you know, spending all this time, and effort and promotion and doing the radio interview, YouTube interview, and you're auctioning off your original art, you should do another printing if you can't get
Yeah.
I don't, maybe there's a secret site you go to get them. But like when I looked for it on the web, I couldn't find it anywhere still in print
Okay.
because I think it dates back to 2008, maybe. Yeah. Yep. So looking in the chat, Catherine came in, not Catherine Hahn. She spells it with an Arine. This is Catherine with an Erine. Hi, Catherine. Blessed One is back from last night. Catherine wants a general. Blessed One has a question, I believe. And then Jasmina was the first one. Do you want to pull a card for Jasmina? See what comes up?
Sure. So a
Let's do
general
a
message.
oh, wait, she threw in finance work. I don't know if she means working in finance or working on her finance. I'm not sure, but just reading it, finance work. Maybe she'll tell us. Oh, okay, wait, she's putting something in finances and work.
Okay.
So
So
anything around
career.
finances and work, a general message.
Okay.
Sometimes, see, that's the reason I love the phone lines, because when you're talking to somebody live, you kind of can hear the inflections and everything, and you kind of get what they're saying. And if you don't, you can ask them to repeat real quick, and it's a lot easier on the phone. But there's reasons why I like the chat better and not having the phone lines, because with the phone lines, you have to get the people on. That takes time sometimes. Sometimes they're not ready. Then you have to do the, chit chat, and then you have to get them to, come on, give us the question. And you might be like 5 minutes into the call before you get the question down. Whereas with chat, it's right there. But you might not understand it, like what just happened. So both of them have their drawbacks and their positive things. So what you getting? What you getting?
Okay, so for Jasmina, the question was regarding work, finances, kind of that material realm. What is going on? What do you need to know? We got here the Justice card. Let me cover up my friend here. She's letting loose, but the Justice card in this kind of like setting, I feel speaks to the energy of the fairness, the balance, and everything that comes with making sure that the work you're putting in is being rewarded fairly and justly. Justice is the card, again, that has to deal with what you put into the world and how that comes back to you. It's reciprocal. It's making sure that things are in balance. It's almost like that karmic energy, right? Do good, be good, receive good, and keep, kind of like, what is that word? Exuding that into the world. And with that Justice card, it just really kind of says the hard work that you're putting in will be repaid. It's going to balance out. So if there's anything right now that you feel like maybe you're struggling with a little bit, as told here by the Moon Oracle card that I got here, this is the Cosmic Guidance Oracle. And the Moon, again, speaks to intuition. It speaks to things that we're not 100% aware of. So together, I feel like this is a message that's saying, if right now you're kind of in the dark about a situation, if you're unsure, maybe even like a financial situation, it feels like there is a good reward coming through. This is you doing everything you can to the best of your ability, and this comes right back to you in a rewarding way. So even though you may not see glimmers of it yet, just know that it is there. This is coming toward you. So in terms of finance, money, work, I feel like there's good stuff on the horizon. That's what I got for you. I hope that helps.
Hold on a second. I can't get I'm trying to get my camera back, and I'm hitting the wrong buttons, and I'm like almost turning off the zoom. I'm like, that wouldn't be good. It's like, anyway. Um, so Blessed Be had a question about being spiritually attacked. This is interesting. Now, I could swear that you asked a question like that before, and not exactly the same question, but similar. Blessed Be. I don't know. I have a little memory of something. Anyway, the way Blessed Be puts it is, can I ask who on this property I live around is spiritually attacking me? Well, first of all, you have to find out if that's actually even true. Okay. And then also, I'm not necessarily going to get a specific person, but if I get a court card, I can maybe give hints as towards who they might be, chronological age, um, sun sign, things like that. So we're never going to get that specific, unless, you get the mother card and it's like, okay, it's the mother that's haunting you. Sometimes you can get that information, but it's pretty hard with tarot. You want to go to a psychic medium for that, right? So what I decided to do, Ellie, let me know what you think of this. I was like, when I do romance and love questions, you guys know how I do it. I start laying out cards till I find a court card or two, because that tells me someone's coming in. And if it's soon, and I lay a few cards down and there it is, they're coming in soon. If I lay down like, 10, 12, 14 cards and get one way after that, or maybe not at all, there's a good chance that's going to be quite a while. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm laying out the cards here, looking for a core card, because trying to answer your question specifically, who on this property, I'm reading it again, who on this property I live around is spiritually attacking me. I'm not getting any people coming in, and I've laid down a whole bunch of cards. So what I'm going to say, Blessed, is yeah, it's not going to tell me who this person is. However, I do have some hints in the cards that I did get, and I do have a message or two from the universe here. So the very first card I got was the Magician card, and the very next card, the Ace of Wands. Literally, the magician uses the wand. Okay. What's that telling me? Goes right back to what I said a little bit ago. You need a psychic medium, you need a magician, you need somebody that can go physically to the property and help you out. That's what you really need. Um, I wouldn't worry a whole lot about this, because I'm getting the Nine of Wands suggesting that you have the experience, you're prepared for this. Um, it's not going to affect you as it might affect other people. This is that nine energy. That's the old souls. Okay, that's the experienced people, the leaders, and so forth. So you want to adopt that stance that, hey, whatever this is, I can weather the storm. Trying to see if there's any other information coming in. The Nine of Cups suggests that you might be able, or suggests in the direction that you should, it's the wish come true card, so that you can find out what this is, and you can have this um, entity, what do they call it, Ellie? Exercised, or have someone come in and do the smudging and things like that. Four of Pentacles, four is structure. It's talking about taking care of the property and your house or the buildings on the property and everything like that. And so, yeah, the more I look at things, the more I'm seeing, get somebody out physically to the property. That's the message coming in from the universe. Hope that helps you out. Blessed be. Jasmina says some feedback here, Ellie. Wow, hope it's soon. Many thanks. Okay. Just wanted to let you know there. Tanya came in. Did Tanya come in? Because Charlotte's saying Tanya just put, I must have missed her coming in. Okay. And the next question is going to be from Catherine. Before we do that, though, did pull cards for the show, skipped right over that and went to readings, which I kind of liked doing that. Like, let's just jump in and pull cards. Yeah. So what I was getting here is, the Eight of Wands, things happening quickly, and more wands. So lots of fire energy here. The Knight of Wands. So, with the Knight of Wands, you're following your passions, right? The Eight of Wands, swift action. These things together could mean that you're experiencing a period of swift action and adventure, even is possible here. Um, you may feel a surge of energy and motivation towards goals. Okay. It could also be warning, maybe some of you out there, the message might be be mindful of, your impulses, your impulsivity, especially with a Knight card like that. Sometimes the Knight of Wands can indicate recklessness, and the Eight of Wands can suggest, things are moving quickly, and that's not a good combination sometimes. Sometimes it is. For some of you, it will be, and for others, it's like, I don't know. But overall, I think it's a very encouraging message. You're probably on the right path towards achieving your goals with these coming up. So that's the message, or possible different messages for all of you out there. And, whether you're seeing this now or in archive 2 days from now, 2 weeks from now, 2 years from now, that message is probably for you. Ellie, did you pull anything for the energy of the weekend? I know you do that sometimes.
Yeah, I did. So let me go ahead and grab one last tarot card. So to start, the oracle card that I got here was the Celestial Temple for the energy of the weekend. So this is giving just really stay home, be relaxed, be in a beautiful, quiet environment, whether that's at home or it could be out in nature. That tells me that it could be maybe just something that you really enjoy being in, like a space you really enjoy being in. It's essentially your happy place, which makes a lot of sense. Celestial Temple, dream incubation, cosmic downloads, divine truths. So just really being in that place that makes you feel really, really at peace, really serene.
Mm.
And interestingly enough, we've got the Fortitude or Strength card, tarot card to accompany that. So again, just this place where you can really just nourish is the word that I keep getting. It's just self-nourish, recharge. It's giving a little bit of the Four of Swords energy without the, heaviness of the swords, but it's just a very light kind of energy. This weekend should be just very relaxing is kind of what I'm getting. And it's very interesting that this kind of energy comes up because I believe with the full moon in Capricorn, what is it, the 21st? That is, I believe, a time to just kind of sit back, reevaluate the things that have kind of weighed down on us, emotionally to an extent, and just set our boundaries with things that no longer serve us. So definitely feeling that, fortitude there, as well as being in a place and a space where you can recuperate and just make sure that you're taking care of yourself. So really nice weekend energy there.
Awesome. Awesome. So I was just putting in the chat there a link to the new website, psychic.cafe. Just open a new tab in your browser. If you want to, you can put the www, but you don't have to. I just put it there so you know it's a URL, www.psychic.cafe. Yeah, it's not a .net, not a .org, not a .com. It's a .cafe. We were lucky enough to grab that. And the word psychic. I mean, I thought it would be gone, but we got it. So come over to the new website. It's like Facebook, only it's for us. And so none of the negative stuff, none of the distractions and the ads and all that kind of stuff. Come over and join free. Catherine had a question. Um, she originally asked a general, but because I was at the bottom there, I noticed she said, I actually do have a specific question. Will my children and I get our name changed this year? And in parentheses, she puts, and do you see my ex-husband ever reaching out to our kids again? She continued, hold on, after my post, so I have to read it here. Single mom, two disabled kids, 25 and 31, want to dump dad's last name. Well, if he's not in the picture, I don't blame you. Yeah. He hasn't talked to his kids this decade. That is terrible. That is terrible. Um, this is an interesting. You know what? I'm gonna ask Ellie. I pulled some cards. Can you pull cards on maybe the ex-hubby and if he'll ever be back in the picture again, or just see what comes up? I pulled cards about the name change, and I'm getting the Page of Wands. See the scroll in his hands there? That's referring to the paperwork, the court work with, changing one's name and everything like that. The priestess comes up to warn, pay attention to your intuition on this. Okay. I'm getting 2 yeses and 3 nos on this. So this is what I'm going to let you know. Whenever I get less than, if I get 3 yeses, that's leaning towards yes. 3 no's, it's leaning towards no, as it is in this case. If I get 4 yeses, that's pretty good. That's a strong yes. If I get 5, it's a definite yes. Okay. That's how my yes no spreads work. And I get a whole lot of other information because I'm getting 5 cards. Temperance also shows up referring to balance, the mixing of opposites. What I'm feeling here, the 5 of Swords, okay, there's going to be some kind of, whenever fives show up, chaos. But especially the swords, it's information, sometimes information overload, and it's like some kind of a battle or competition going on. And then I also got the 9 of Swords being kept up at night, um, overthinking a lot of it can be referring to a lot of things like that. So, does the fact that I got 3 no's and 2 yeses mean no, you won't be able to change their names or your name or all your names this year? No, that's not what I'm saying. Because when I get that, it means it could go either way. If I get 3 no's or 3 yeses, it could really still go either way. So what it's telling me is that it has to do more with the thinking process, the overthinking with all these swords cards and this page of wands, doing the research, doing the due diligence, doing the paperwork. That's what's in his hand, the scroll there. That's what you need to work on. In the Waite Smith version of the priestess, she's holding a scroll as well, the Torah, which is what? The law. There you go. So this is what I think. I think, Catherine, there's something left to be done. Maybe a few things that need to be done before you'll be able to change your name. On the trajectory you're going on right now, like if I had never met you, but somehow knew and did a reading, because you can only do a reading in the now, what you've done thus far up to this point points out to a possible outcome of you're not going to get it done this year. It's going to be next year. But now that you've gotten this reading, you know what's going on. Now you can do your due diligence, work a little harder at it, and you can get it accomplished before the end of the year, possibly. You can change this outcome. There you go. So I know that was a little long, but I wanted to explain how my yes no spreads work and what it means when you get a maybe. Yeah. So Ellie, what are you getting for the father out of the picture person that hasn't seen his kids in a decade?
Boy, okay, so these are the cards that I pulled. I just kind of wanted to ask, what is the energy surrounding the ex-partner? What is what is his deal, honestly? But really just what is it that we need to understand about him at this time? And I pulled 3 cards. So the first card we got was the Judgment card. Now, the Judgment card is, to me, a card that appears when we need to be in an energy of almost like discernment, looking at our past and saying, what did we do right? What did we do wrong? What was it that we should have done different? How can we be different moving forward? So it's really about kind of being in that energy of forgiving things that we have done wrong, but making sure that if we really want to move forward in a positive way, a more aligned way, we really look at and evaluate the things that we wish we would have done different and move forward in a different direction. Interestingly enough, that leads us into the 2 of Swords. So what I see here from this energy, the ex-partner, he is not even sure himself what he should have done. He is not even clear on his own path. So this person obviously just needs to get their ish together, if we can put it politely. This person, to me, is just kind of sitting in that space, wallowing, the 5 of Cups. Why me? Why me? Oh, I'm so upset. And oh, this person is focusing on the things that are negative, don't help them, don't align them to their highest good. And they're missing the things that are actually still good about their lives. In the traditional Waite Smith deck, the Five of Cups, we have a figure who's like overlooking water, a river, and then there's a bridge. And then the three cups are spilled, there are two still standing. And it's just really about losing sight of the things that are good in our lives because we're too focused on the negative. So the energy for this person as a whole in this story that I've got from these cards is that they really, really need to reevaluate themselves, their contributions to their family, how they've, dealt about things, how they've gone about their lives. And this is really a very personal journey that honestly, if you want to remove yourself and your family, your kids away from that, kind of energy while they get their stuff together, that would probably be the most beneficial for you because this person, again, is just kind of wallowing in like this negative energy and just kind of sitting around, not really making calls, not even doing things that'll really like help them align to their highest good. And it's just kind of a heavy energy to be in. And I kind of feel like that ties into what Dax said about you really just evaluating, right? What would work out or what would be to your benefit to remove this man's last name from your family. And I think this just helps really like add to that, do your research, figure out what you'll need to do. And if that helps you kind of clear that energy out of the way, clear that to move forward in a more aligned path for you and your children, that is a beautiful thing that you will be able to do and kind of cut this negative energy out of your life. So yeah, best of luck to you. My heart goes out to you and your kids. Take care.
Awesome. And we had I hope that helps you out, Catherine. We had a new person come in, Bassett, who wanted a love reading, please. And I said, what would you like to know? Are you seeing anybody? How can we be of help? Are you waiting for someone to come in? What's happening? So that we have some kind of direction. We can just pull cards and give you a general, but don't necessarily, sometimes it hits right on and it works great. Other times it's not really helping you out. Okay, so Bassett says they're in a relationship. Okay, so what's the issue, Bassett, with your relationship? What would you like to know? What's the burning question? What do you need help with? Because you say, someone says they're in a relationship. Oh, well, everything could be great. There's no problems. You know, Usually if someone wants a reading, there's an issue or something. Do you want to be in
Yeah.
this relationship that you're in? Do you want to get out? Do you want to know if there's other people waiting? Let us know in the chat. Real quick, though, I want to go back to Catherine. I want to go back to feedback. So when you were doing the reading, your part of the reading, anyway, I don't know how to put it, Ellie. She said, yeah, that sounds like him a couple of times. And she said, thank you both. Yay. Okay. So I hope she got something out of that. Yeah. Okay. So Bassett says, is Zoya Fatima, uh, talks to her family about me this year. Oh, so like, is the significant other going to, like spill the beans finally, pour the tea,
Mm.
hey, I'm actually, dating Bassett.
Oh, so like
you know,
next step in the relationship, right? We're trying to see where it's
no
going.
issue in
Is it growing?
Yeah, and no issue in the relationship. That's what I wanted to hear. So it's more about the extended family, and that happens, and especially, depending on what part of the world you're in, this is a big deal. Like here in the West, we're kind of over the whole family thing. I mean, yeah, it's still important, but for a lot of us, it's like I couldn't give a do not care what anybody thinks, Whereas in other parts of the world, I mean, your family is your life, and when you start to date somebody, when you're getting serious and revealing that is like, it's like that old movie, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? It's that kind of thing. Uh, I don't know. Did you want me to pull cards? You want to pull cards, Ellie, on that one?
I went simple and I pulled one card. One card was all I needed to know.
Good.
So we got here the Four of Crystals, which is the Four of Wands. And I feel
Nice.
like this is a really good sign. This is stability. This is harmony. This is families coming together, honestly, from, just hearing about the situation. It really does feel like an establishment of a really good foundation. So to me, I would say this is a really good sign. If, you're looking for one asset, that's a really, really good sign.
Is she going to talk? You know, what I'm getting is the Wheel of Fortune. I think definitely, just backs up what Ellie said. Now, I did get the Five of Cups. So I don't know. you
Interesting.
it might not be received really super well initially, but don't forget we got the two cups up right in the back here. All is not lost. This is the crying over spilt milk card. Really, all the person has to do is turn around and see that you've still got two full cups and you're going to be able to press forward. I don't think there's my gut feeling is it's not overall going to be a bad thing if initially the very first moment of it happening there's some negativity. I think you're going to get past that. And if I pull another card just to make sure, oh, Knight of Cups. I got the Knight of Cups.
The
That
Nine of Wands.
that looks really positive for that. What deck is that? That is really cool.
This one's the Gentle Heart Tarot.
Oh, I like the backs and everything.
It's
Show that card again, or
okay.
show one of the cards again.
So one of the cards. This is the one that I was highlighting just a second ago because I wanted to know more about that Five of Cups that you got. And
What
that
did
Five
you?
of Cups,
What are you getting
Nine
from
of
that?
Crystals. So Nine of Crystals, Nine of Wands. It does feel kind of like that, almost at the end of the cycle, right? Somebody who's just kind of like, oh, okay, okay. Somebody has to just kind of come to terms with things and move away from that Five of Cups energy. But yeah, that might be what that Wheel of Fortune kind of talks to. So it's interesting.
Awesome. Oh, really cool stuff. I hope that helps you out. And Bassett, if you have any further comments, pop it in the chat. Let us know what you're thinking about what we're getting. And then also, as you're looking at the cards yourself, what feelings come up. Um, Charlotte says it's always cool to watch other people doing readings. It's inspiring. Very cool. And Charlotte's been doing great on Mondays with her readings. And we haven't had anybody asking any animal communication questions or mediumship much or anything like that, so she's been doing the cards and everything. But hey guys, if you want to come on Monday and have Charlotte test the waters, do some animal communication, maybe you need to get some insight with what's going on with one of your pets or something like that, come on Monday. And then also you can, and Mondays are doing great, by the way. Do you know that the highest views on our channel for lives are Mondays? We had 110, and then this past Monday we surpassed it. Did you notice that we surpassed it, Charlotte? She's in the chat. It was 110 that last Monday, and then this past Monday, literally 3 days ago, the was that the 15th? We surpassed it by one. So it was 110 and we did 111 views so far.
Means it's climbing. Keep going.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's growing. It's so exciting. But also, I just want to point out that Charlotte is doing free animal communication one-on-one readings. She can get on Zoom or Skype or telephone or something with you. Just contact her through the website. Let's see if I can put the URL in the chat. So it's going to be psychic.cafe/Charlotte. It's that easy. There you go. I popped it in there. That'll take you right to her page. And of course, you have to be signed into the website. Remember, you want to join because it's free and you want to know about our shows and other things, cool things we're teaching and posting and stuff there. Join the website for free and be signed in. And then when you go to Charlotte's page, I'm on there right now, psychic.cafe // Charlotte, psychic.cafe /Charlotte. You can press this neat little, you guys are not seeing this, but I'm looking at it right now. There's the little envelope icon and it says start a chat. And you, if she's on there, you can chat with her live. If she's away, she'll get it as a message. It'll be a message on the website, and she'll get a notification via email saying, hey, Charlotte, you've got a message from so and so. So you can hook up with her and set up what are the number? Dan said, what are the numbers on Wednesdays? What numbers? Elaborate on that, Dan. I don't know what you're asking. Okay, so
Viewers?
I don't know what he's talking about. Uh rephrase that so we know what numbers you're talking about. But just to finish up about the Charlotte thing, it's really cool. Like, she said she's going to give, 10, 20 away free. And, because she's just getting into the animal communication again. Um, it's worth taking advantage of it. It's free, right? And then if you want to book a reading with her, she's doing hers really on the cheap. She's getting back into she was a host on the network way back, and she's kind of, just been a viewer, listener for many years, and now she's coming back again. And so she's getting her feet wet again with everything, which is really cool. But I think she's doing like $20 readings and then free animal communication readings for the next, 10, 20 people. Yeah, she's not going to do it forever, but yeah. So just take advantage of that. It's so cool. And while we're talking about that, I guess we should put ours up there. You can contact Ellie at psychic.cafe/Ellie. And of course, I'm /Dax. You can talk to us in between shows, and you can book readings with us and everything right there. I guess I should put those in the chat too here while we're thinking about it. Ooh, spell my name wrong. /Dax. And then Ellie. There we go. And I'll put the coffee one in again for everybody. Oops. And by the way, Donna, oops, now I can't find it where she said, where'd it go? Just treated you to a venti caramel macchiato. Thanks, Donna. Yay. Awesome sauce. Yeah, that's our tip jar. I'm going to put it in the chat too. Psychic.cafe /coffee. So cool. So cool. Viewers, what's the numbers on Wednesdays for viewers? Okay, so I'm going to let you guys know right now because I don't see more questions. Did I miss a question? But I'm going to tell everybody in chat listening live. If anybody, we're about to end the show. If anybody has questions, pop them in now so we can get to them before the end of the show. But because we have time waiting for people to put questions in, Ellie, let's go over to the website and look at statistics because it can be cool. First, I'm going to go over to our podcast. Did you know that YouTube has podcasts? That's right. You can make one of your playlists into podcasts, and our playlist called The Psychic Cafe is our podcast, which also includes all the other custom shows, which have their own separate playlists, like The Angelic View and Michelle's Mystic Corner and stuff like that. Okay. But then all of these weekly shows that I do with all the various hosts, I call them just our Psychic Cafe live shows. Those all go on here too. So this is like our podcast, because there actually is a podcast section on YouTube. And this is what we send to them from our channel. Wednesdays is with Michelle. Now, the first thing I see with Michelle is actually her show. Last Saturday, Michelle's Mystic Corner, 89 views. So that's up there too. I'm trying to find the last one, July 17th. Here's last night, 70 views. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Ellie and I did 65 the other last Thursday. Um Surprisingly, the 4th of July show that we did special during the day, maybe because it was a time change, was only 55 views. But guys, you got to remember, up till recently, even though we've been doing this a long time, we were only getting a handful of views on lives. Some of the informational pre-recorded shorter videos that we would upload to the channel, those would get a lot. But lives are basically mostly the people that are there live, and not too many people watch the replay. But it looks like that's changing on our channel because I'm seeing a lot of replay. The last show I did with Pamela Steele, 84. Wednesday, July 3rd with Michelle was 66 views. 66. And then one last couple of stats. I'm going to go over to the studio under monetization. So keep subscribing to the channel because we need 1,000 subscribers and we only have 550 something subscribers. However, so please subscribe and like the video. However, we have reached the first level where you have to get to 500 for the first level of monetization on YouTube. And actually, last time I looked, it was like 550 or so. We have 571 now subscribers. Cool. So keep subscribing. We need to get that up to 1,000, but we've hit the 500 threshold. Then you also, in the last 90 days, have to have uploaded 3 videos, which we did. That doesn't count lives, by the way. So all of our live shows, which is mostly what we do, doesn't count at all for monetization. It is the uploads. You have to upload a workshop or a little class or a 5-minute snippet or whatever. Those count. All the lives that we've done, 500 and something lives, doesn't count. Just so you know. Now the third thing, the thing that's hanging us up, the last thing we need to get for that first 500 threshold of monetization, where we get the supers, like the super chat, super stickers, super thanks. We can start a membership. We can start a shopping section, things like that. You have to get the 3,000 watch hours, total public watch hours. We have 2,393, so almost 2,400. So in a few, we'll need 600. So we're roughly around, we need 600 watch hours, which is amazing. We started at 0, right? Everybody starts at 0. We're at 2,393, almost 2,400. We need, 606. No, 607 hours of watch. By the way, a shitload of these watch hours is actually Dan.
Yeah.
Michelle's hubby, Dan, watching our videos over and over again, every single video on the channel, trying to get our watch hours up. So how can you help us with that part? Well, like I said, subscribe and like the videos. Go in and like all the videos, and maybe watch some. So you don't have to watch everything on the channel, but there might be something that interests you. Go to the playlist, and if you don't see it right away, there's an arrow that lets you go to, because we have a lot of playlists. So you want to arrow over to all the playlists, look for the workshops one, and find a workshop that interests you and watch that for 40 minutes or an hour. And that's going to help our watch hours. There you go. Alrighty, so I'm going to pop back to chat and see if we have any other things going on here. Questions? Anybody have questions? Oh, one thing I wanted to note. We were talking about not having the phone lines because Blog Talk is not working. And I always talk about the phone lines and things like that, but there's other things about the blog talk side of things, because we've been doing that far longer than YouTube. And we have 1084 episodes on the blog talk on the radio channel, which goes out to all the podcast outlets, iTunes, Podbean, the whole thing. And we have a total listens, because it's audio only. This is actual podcasting. Some people do the videos, and it's like, and they have the headset on and the microphone, and it's like, I'm podcasting, and it's like, that's not a podcast. Podcasts are audio only. I don't care what they say. I will never ever agree with the video podcast. It's like, no, that is a YouTube video. A podcast is a podcast because you listen to it on your pod, which they don't really do those anymore. But anyway, you know what I mean. You listen on your phone. We have 223,493 listen. So that's why I am hesitant to just say bye-bye to Blog Talk, even though it's not working out for us. It's not working. We can't do the live, the new ones, the new shows, but we have all that in archive, and it makes our numbers look really, really good, on the network and everything like that. So that's a little tidbit that we don't talk about very often, that I wanted to throw out there. Did you hear that thunder? Oh my God.
Yeah. Sound like somebody dragging a chair across the floor.
Yeah, that's actually thunder here in Tucson, Arizona, and it's pouring out there, which is cool because it's cooling it
Lovely.
off. Instead of like it was 105 earlier. You know, I
Ooh,
wonder what it's going down to now. I wonder what it's going down to. Let me check something here. Oh,
definitely should have cooled with the
oh,
heat.
we're having a cold wave. It dropped it down. It's only, oh, now I put the rain meter up. Go away. It's only 94 degrees. And pouring in Tucson.
Wow.
Yeah. Live weather report from Tucson, Arizona. Of course, most of our listeners are not in Tucson. In fact, they're on the other side of the world. They're in Sri Lanka and India. And last night we had someone from Sri Lanka. I can't say it right. And somebody from India. And I was butchering their names because I always have trouble. Let me see if did anybody put a question in? Donna's like being really nice. Okay, I'm just trying to see what she's saying here. Uh, Telling us, so happy for your growth. Sending out, do you send out invitations to subscribers and ask them to share with friends? I'm not even sure how that works. And she said the same thing. Not sure how that works. I don't know how it works. There's a lot of things I don't know. I need to take a couple Udemy courses on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and all to figure this stuff out.
Yeah.
Um,
Organic growth marketing.
yeah. But let's see what Donna was saying. I don't think I missed. Charlotte said, "Yep, sometimes I get sneaky animals that pop in and say hi to me. It makes me laugh." I did notice the numbers, Charlotte said, and now I know why I'm so tired after these shows. I absolutely love Monday Fun Days. Oh, Donna did have a question or something up here. Actually, Dax and Ellie, I've got a question as a follow-up to my reading last week. Do you have time for the ask? Oh, yes, we do. Did you put it in? Donna, did you put in the question that you were referring to up here above the yellow where I last posted? Okay. Can you do a follow-up on my person, Dax? Oh, I sent him a supportive text this morning. No reply as usual. Okay. I sent him a simple one 10 days ago. Is he happy or stressed with these? Let's see. We're going to check this out here. And then I'm trying to be patient, as you know, but I have doubts whether it's worth it. I want to get Ellie to pull some cards on this because it's nice to get some outside information. Let me finish reading it though. I have doubts whether it's worth it, effective, comforting, or welcomed. So she's sending out, she has a significant other, and we did a private reading together, and it went really well and got a lot of good information. But there's this person that's been, in and out of her life, and he is like incommunicado right now, but has a lot going on and stuff like that. And um, I don't know how best to describe it, Donna, because when I do readings, it like goes in one ear and out the other. It's like I don't remember details, and I don't want to remember details because it's your private information. It's not my business, after I do the reading. But she, is saying here that she sent some texts. She sent a supportive text this morning, another one 10 days ago. She's not hearing anything. Does he like getting them or not? Uh, are they stressing him out? Because he's on the spectrum. I think I remember that from the reading that he's on the spectrum. Oh, I've also been having dreams with him, and his father the other evening was in the dream. Uh, but she's having dreams with this guy in them more often. Very strange, but not bad, just interesting, conversational. Oh, she says, and you were spectacular in our private reading. She had high praise. Yes, that's correct. Okay, so that's the whole thing. So anything you see coming up would be great.
Okay. Well, just kind of based off of what I heard while you were explaining Dax, I pulled some cards just to kind of give me a sense of the energy, right? What you kind of need to know about the situation as it is right now, the energy of the situation currently. And it got the 7 of coins, 7 of pentacles. So again, this is kind of the energy of putting in work and not quite seeing results. And you're kind of sitting there wondering, is it worth what I'm doing? I'm seeing some semblance of like progress, but then again, it's not enough for me. It's I need to see more, right? It's almost that energy of wanting to confirm something. And as you mentioned, just wanting that feedback, does it help? Is it stressing this person out? Is he getting too flustered by having so many texts come in? And that's definitely feeling like the situation here is about evaluation. It's about, really how much work do I want to put in before I feel like I need to back off? And that is accentuated here by the next steps in how to move forward. I got the Temperance card. So the Temperance card here speaks to balance. It speaks to having, you know, just having that kind of inner guidance to say, what is it that I'm giving that I'm getting back, right? Kind of matching the energy here. So I kind of feel like it's almost saying put a little bit of distance, if anything, just so that you can recuperate, so you can just kind of take care of yourself and just be in your energy, right? So if this person ever does approach and say, hey, I need your help, or hey, I'm feeling down, your cup will be full so you can kind of pour to and from and not feel like you're always draining yourself, right? Trying to reach out first, trying to make contact first, trying to get them to speak first. It's almost that energy of finding the middle ground. And that's kind of leading into this third card here, which is just something spirit wants you to know, something, your beautiful protective energies want you to know. We got the Emperor. So with the Emperor, I really feel like it's speaking to boundaries. It is about setting those boundaries in terms of what you are and are not willing to accept, right? you and your life is its own little kingdom, and you protect yourself again, kind of like that, temperance card, right? What fulfills you, what doesn't fulfill you, and just kind of finding that balance between how much you're willing to give, and how much you're receiving in exchange for that. So the Emperor, again, is really about those boundaries and setting kind of that, I guess, law, setting that law for yourself to say, if my efforts aren't returning anything and this person probably doesn't feel like it's giving them what they need at this time, I'm okay to step back and say, hey, I'm here if you need me. But if you'd like for me to just kind of give you some space, I'm okay with that, right? Because again, this temperance card is really about that middle ground. It's saying you are able to discern what it is that fulfills you and whether or not somebody else is able to reciprocate that. So altogether, I really feel like this is just an energy of encouraging, kind of being in a gentle standby. If this person does reach out and they do want to talk, you're there for them. But you have your own life to live and you have your own things to do. And it's very nice that you want to be reaching out. But again, watch your energy, make sure that you're fulfilling yourself and living your life and not necessarily just kind of waiting for, this person to hop back in whenever they get the opportunity. It's really about just being there for them when they're ready for you. But that's kind of what I got from the situation. Hope that helps.
Yep. I got the Queen of Cups. You need to listen to your intuition on this. You know what you should do, and check in with your gut. And that's the best way to go forward. I did get the Ace of Cups. So the love is still there, potentially. All right. But I also got the Tower card. And look at that lightning. I don't know if I'm getting this card just because, I literally have the same kind of lightning right now outside my window. But a shift in foundations. I think, a change is possibly needed there. Anyway, that's what's showing up. Donna says, gentle standby is a great way to put it. Thank you so much, Ellie. I'm trying to stay busy. You are so lovely. He is in the tower. He is in the tower situation at this time, as you saw last week. Yeah, it's funny. And then I got the tower card. Confirmation. And then, oh, we did have another question come in. So last question for the night is from Leela. Guidance with my marriage. She said she was asking for guidance, and I said, what guidance are you looking for? How can we help? And she said, guidance with my marriage, a lot of unknown things, maybe looking for closure. So Leela, looking for closure, that's throwing me for a loop. What do you mean by that? We could pull cards and see what comes up, but what's the real question here that you want to know? Because when I don't know, Ellie, what do you think? When I hear something like looking for closure, it's like, are you looking for the marriage to dissolve and be over with, or what?
Interestingly
Well,
enough, I just
she said closure as to what went wrong with the marriage. Okay, but you're still married.
oh,
Are you still married, or did he get divorced? But you're looking for closure with what went wrong with the marriage.
interesting.
Do you get anything that relates to that?
Yeah, this is a really interesting combo. So the two cards that I pulled, I initially tried to pull one, but I got two cards. And of course, they are those wonderful punctuating cards, the Devil
Mm-hmm.
and Death. So together, this almost kind of tells me that there was just a complete shift in the two individuals, what they wanted. Maybe this is something where things just no longer aligned and somebody is finding it very difficult to let go. Okay, let's break this down. So when we get the devil card in a reading, to me, it really talks about looking within and saying, what is it that I'm hanging on to out of fear? I refuse to move forward because I want to stay in this place, right? The devil is that kind of uh, shadow we have to face within ourselves and come to terms with. The death card, of course, is about release. It is about letting go, letting one chapter end, and being willing to start over new. Even if it's painful, it's got to happen, right? So together, these two just kind of really tell me that there may be what do you call it, irreconcilable differences, or there's just something. I'm hearing that there was a shift in the dynamic of the relationship and that two people maybe moved away. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if somebody doesn't acknowledge it yet or somebody refuses to acknowledge it. There's kind of an energy of stuckness and a cycle that kind of needs to end. So I'm not sure what the full details on. I don't know if that helps, but we'll see. Hopefully, we get some more info in the chat.
Yeah, separated on the way to divorce. And it's funny because like I pulled cards, I got the 10 of Pentacles, and initially I'm like, well, that's a really positive card for legacy and family. And then I got the nostalgia card, the 6 of Cups, but then the 3 of Swords. And so now when I look at it, I'm like, oh, okay, I know what's going on. The nostalgia card showing up because consciously or subconsciously, what's going on is your inability to reconcile with the ending, and have closure is because you, despite all the negative things that have gone wrong, you still have nostalgic feelings for the overall time you were together and marriage. And it's all, and the 3 of Swords, not only is that, the grief card, but also it's swords, it's thoughts and ideas. So these are all, everything is over and done with. You said you're separated, you're on your way. You just need to get the closure, and you may need to work with a professional for that. And EFT, some other kind of releasing, NLP, hypnosis. There's a lot of different things, but it's all in your head. What's left is in your head. It's everything else is done. You know, it's just these nostalgic feelings, and you might not even be conscious of this. This could be subconscious programs running that are like keeping you from having the ultimate catharsis and release and closure that you're looking for. Hope that helped you out. Anyway, we got to get out of here. Ray came in at the very end. Hey, Ray. Hi, bye. We got to leave. But I want to thank everybody for being here, especially, Donna for coming in and buying us a cup of coffee, and for Charlotte and Dan and um, Michelle came in. She's in there. Margaret came in. I missed that Margaret came in. She was here last night. And then I think she had a reading last night, and she's just hanging out with us in the cafe. I love this. I can't wait till we have like the chats going like this, and we have like, I don't know, you go to some of those lives and there's like 50 people in there or 100 people. That's when it's going to be really cool. It's going to be the Psychic Cafe is where to go and hang out, and yeah, we do some readings and things like that, and we learn a few things, but it's mostly just hanging out and everything. Um, and who else was in? Bassett and Catherine. Jasmina's always or almost always the first one in. Tonya was here. I think we missed Tanya, but she never popped in after. Maybe she left. Anyway, Tanya, if you did have a question, we didn't get to it. Um, Remember, we're going to be here on Saturday, and I'll be here with Pamela Steele on Sunday. I should mention that stuff, by the way, while we're looking at this. Don't forget our upcoming appearances. Stephanie on the 18th of August. This Saturday, the 20th of July, Roxy Sim is our guest. Remember to go check out the Become a Host. If you thought about becoming host, you know, maybe you've always wanted to do your own podcast or radio show or YouTube, but you're afraid of the learning curve, we're here to help. Go check it out and contact me for a Zoom. We'll get on a Zoom or a Skype and chat about it. And of course, our coffee. I love our new coffee banner. Don't you love that, Ellie? I love the new coffee banner.
Definitely. I love how that looks. It's so cozy.
Yeah. The other one was getting old and tired. I mean, I like sunsets and things outside and all, but I was like, okay, we're the Psychic Cafe. We need some, when we do things, we need banners that have some, you know, cozy coffee house feelings to them, right?
We
So
gotta
you
stick to a theme.
yeah, stick to the theme. And the reason why I made a new one was because the last show I did, I was like actually 2 shows ago, I think it was Monday. I fixed this for last night and today. I was like, I still have the Psychic Talk logo up and we've rebranded to Psychic Cafe. So I needed a new one with the new logo you see on here. And so I'm like, I'm going to make a whole new one. And I love the way it came out. Psychic.cafe/coffee if you want to grab us a cup of coffee. And then let's see, I already mentioned the upcoming guests, and Roxy's this Saturday. And then, of course, Pamela is going to be my guest co host on Sunday. Both of those shows, Saturday and Sunday, are 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern. So 11 a.m. San Diego, 2 p.m. New York, that kind of thing. And then Charlotte here in chat, she'll be with me on Monday, back to the evening, 6:30 p.m. San Diego time, 9:30 p.m. New York time on Monday. So that's what's coming up. And thanks for everybody for being here. And Ellie, so glad that you're able to make it back to the shows, having lots of fun.
Yeah, glad to be back hanging out with everybody here in the cafe. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. One of these times we got to get a bunch of us all on one show. Get Pamela and Charlotte, Michelle, and whoever else wants to pop in, maybe Maria or Catherine. Get all the hosts on at the same time. So, bye,
Yes.
everybody. Had a great time, and we will see you on Saturday. Remember, no show tomorrow, but we'll be on Saturday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Bye, everybody.
Take care, everyone. Bye.